Good afternoon, Professor. My name is Terry Muthui, and I decided to watch Loving in discussion 8. Loving is a document and also a film that was about uh, young sweethearts by the name Richard and Mildred, who were from different races. Mildred was black and Richard was white. So they fell in love and decided to marry. They married in Washington, D.C., and that's where they lived. After a very long stay, they decided to go to Virginia to visit their friends, even though by that time it was not allowed in all states for the intermarriages, for interracial to marry. But most of their friends were okay with it. They supported them in all kind of ways. So when they decided to go back to Virginia to greet their friends, they were captured because in Virginia at the time, people were not allowed to intermarry. So after they were captured and taken in, they were asked why they did it, but they said they were from DC and where it was allowed. After a long battle, Mildred decided to write to the attorney to fight their case and to make it legal for all the states to be allowed to intermarry. After a long struggle, they were granted it was allowed, it was made legal for all the states in the United States to intermarry. They went through a lot, since it was even stated that in those states that when people were not allowed to intermarry, people were not allowed to get a mixed kid. It was illegal, and people could not do it, and people who did it, they had to hate their kids so much. So after a long battle, Mildred and Richard, they won the case, and in all the states people were allowed to intermarriage. This movie and this document, it is very important to black people and also white people, since a person can fall in love with anyone and they have a right to marry whoever they fall in love. So I really enjoyed the movie. It was so educating, it was so good, and even if Mildred and Richard suffered because of that, at the end of it all, it benefited a lot of people who had spouses from different races to continue with their lives. I really enjoyed the movie. It was so nice. It was so educating, and it was one of the biggest changes that led to people living freely and be able to go from state to state, since if they are married to a different race, by that time they could not go to some state, but since it was all allowed, now they had the right to, they could just go wherever they want to go. The movie was so good, and it should be memorable, since right now there are many people who have a mixed race, and which is a nice thing, since a human is just a human. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. It's been a struggle for me since I didn't know the settings, but I hope right now that you will be able to hear my assignment. Thank you. Have a good day.